Okay, we're gonna pull this oil jet out. A couple people asked to see this. So this is the oil jet tool. It's got two screws that screw it on the jet, and then it uses this nut to pull it out. These are on slides here. So we're just gonna go ahead and slide that on there. We're gonna mark, just for my, so I don't get confused, we're gonna mark that for orientation. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and attach that. Those are obviously little screws, so I'm not gonna over tighten them. And then we're gonna go ahead and get a wrench and get this to come out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start pulling here. As you can see, the oil jet's turning a little bit in the hole, but it's coming out pretty easily. If I have to, we'll get another wrench there, but I just hold it with my fingers. And just like that, our oil jet is out. Go ahead and loosen these up so we can get the oil jet out of there. And that's what our oil jet looks like. As you can see, the chain's been riding on it. It does have, I don't know if you can see that, there is an oil port there and no oil port on the other side. My guess is this is plugged up. Well, it's not plugged up. Oil is definitely coming out of there. So we'll go ahead and get the new one installed. Okay, we got our new oil jet here. It is an original Nissan. Here is the part number. And if you look at the new style, we got an oil jet here. We got an oil jet here. I'm not sure that that's an oil jet, but definitely two is better than one. You can see how much my chain is wore off there. So that could have been, it would have sat like this. So that oil jet would have been there. And this oil jet could have existed. I'm not positive that it did, but it definitely plugged off now. So anyway, we'll go ahead and get our tool set up and we'll get this new one installed. Obviously you want to keep this super clean. We're going to test it with some oil before we put it all back together. But okay, we're getting ready to install the new oil jet here. This is the gauge pin. You see it's just a metal rod, and what you want to do is just make sure that that can't go in very far. I can't remember the exact specs, but as you can see, mine doesn't go in at all, which is a good thing. So here's the new oil jet. That's the part number. As you can see, that's the shorter one, which goes on the passenger side. You see the driver's one's quite a bit longer. You can see through the packages there. Sorry. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get the short one installed here. You should check it. Looks nice. Okay, so here is our installer tool. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not, but in the inside there is a spot that lines up with this flat spot here. So go ahead and put that in. It goes in just like that. And it's got 3 bolts that hold it on here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this tensioner assembly off. This tensioner assembly was in my way. I'm going to go ahead and pull it off. I'm going to replace it anyway. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put our 3 bolts in here. Get that snug out. And we're just going to go ahead and snug this new one in. Not putting much force on this at all. And that is all the way in. Loosen it up a little bit. I'm going to check the orientation. This does have a groove on it. So the tool aligns it. This does have a groove on it that's supposed to be up and down. I also marked my old one before it came out. See, the orientation basically is spot on with the old one.